to Ian and Clarence was Keith A. Scarlett. The A is not represented on the program today, as the verdict is still out whether his Augustus is spelled with an A or a U. You might just know him as Joe, but for his immediate family, he was Grandpa, Grandpeas, the Dread, Namco, Scrooge, Grinch. I may or may not tell you how we arrived at some of these aliases. My father's early years in Watown were a reflection of the time he lived in. So in 1956 he started school, the retirement primary school, at the ripe age of 7. After primary school, he started to learn carpentry from his dad. I can't say whether he excelled at or liked his trade, but what I can tell you is that he built from board the first 2 houses that I lived in. My father migrated to St. Anne's Bay in the early 60s, where he had his first job in a department store in Osherius called the Cathay. I can't for the life of me see my father selling anything. But I guess one good thing came of that, because it was while working there, living in Charlestown, that he met my mom, a union that would span over 50 years and 5 children. After leaving the Cathay, my father gained employment at New Chung's Bakery in St. Anne's Bay. By the early 80s, he had already tried his hand at carpentry, salesman, baker, and was now working for the Jamaica Public Service School, with a bunch of banana at Round Hill, a place he used to farm, that Mommy was supposed to sell so she could buy sugar cubes. When Mommy went to cut the banana, a man named Wappy, I know what you are thinking, but it's not the one that killed Philip. This one was actually a thief, because he cut the banana and had Mommy running in a frenzy in St. Anne's Bay, asking all the vendors if they say Wappy, because Wappy thief our banana, we could buy our picnic sugar. I guess that was enough drama for Daddy, as not long after he left the Light and Power Company, and in the late 80s joined a reggae band as lead singer on the North Coast called the Vital Roots. They were the resident band of Club Caribbean for many years. If you knew my father, then you would know that his love for music and his guitar was second only to the love for his family. The famous Top House, a little shed just above where we lived, enjoyed many musical sessions, especially when his friends came to join him. Many times they pop up a hill, you would think a sauna play up there. Daddy spent all his years after leaving the hotel farming and taking care of his children and grandchildren. The only grandchildren he did not care for were the ones that were living out of country. I can remember Daddy nursing every grand and great-grandchild at some point in time. Daddy taught us many life lessons, lived an exemplary life of how to be content within your means. He was hardworking, resourceful, disciplined, so kind, and never late for anywhere. Sadly, I didn't inherit that last quality. Whenever Mom worked out, Daddy was cooking. And no matter how many of us were in the yard, friends, cousins included, Daddy's food was going to share. I remember my brother making a joke of it once, that Daddy was vexed every time I put the rice in the department with his well so. The menus were unconventional. The rice and callaloo, the dumpling on rice with cabbage head, cooked down in coconut milk, the fried dumpling and egg. Later on, the rice and egg with gravy would have the grandchildren in stitches, as they never knew that egg could cook with gravy. But they would eat it anyway. You were never rich but you were in love, discipline, principle, cleanliness. Your shoes were always impeccable, shine to the point where you could see yourself in them. When you shine them with coconut brush, they remained shine for weeks. Your stuff, though minimal, had to be in order. Your doorway clean. Oftentimes I would look downstairs and see you mopping leaves. Yes, I did say mopping. It was always hilarious. I am going to miss it. I remember once Mom had some corned pork. Remember the name Scrooge? That's how it came about. And we emerged every time my mother was just about over it. My father had an uncommon way of expressing his feelings. The exaggerated expressions, the deep sigh, the sharp turn of the head while wiping his underarms with his